Hello, my name is Andrew from Data Space Digital, and today I'm going to show you how to set up GA4 on your website. Now, first, just navigate to analytics.google.com. If you already have an existing GA4 account or added to one, you'll see a screen very similar to mine where it'll likely have the last property you had open. Now, if you are brand new to GA4, you likely will see a landing page with a big button that says Start Measuring. In both cases, we'll follow the same path. So please click that button if you have it, and for those that have a screen like mine, click on Admin. And what we're going to do next is click Create. We do have the option to create an account or a property. If this is a new website that your existing company wants to set up, I recommend just creating a property. But let's pretend we are a brand new business and we want to create both an account and a property. So we'll select Account Creation. For this, I'll use a fictitious persona called the Widget Factory. And we can adjust our data sharing settings. I typically leave it how it is, but for your preferences, you can unselect or select some of these other ones. Now that we've created our account, we need to set up our property. In this case, this is going to be tied to our website, so we'll give it a very similar name of the Widget Factory. And we can set our reporting time zone, as well as the local currency if we do something other than dollars, or if our website is based in outside of Los Angeles. So now we'll go ahead to the next step and click. And now we're just going to provide Google a bit of detail about our business, like our industry category and how many employees we have. Since the Widget Factory produces computers, we'll select business and industrial, and we are a very small but mighty team of 1 to 10 people. Please use the data that best describes your own business here. Now we're also going to specify what objectives we want to get out of GA4, whether that's leads, sales, measuring traffic. You can select all of these, but you must select one of them just so that way Google can start pre-populating some reports. At the Widget Factory, we care most about sales and traffic, so I'll select both of those there. Now you'll see the terms and conditions, and after you've read them to your liking, I recommend reading through them. Click on the accept as well as the button here. Once you've accepted the terms and conditions, you'll navigate over to start collecting data. In this case, our GA4 account will be tied to a website, so we're going to choose the web data stream. Now we're going to give this a name for our website, and that is the Widget Factory. And we'll call our stream name very similar to our business. Now, once we've named that and had the URL, we'll click Create and Continue. And now, just like that, we've set up our own data stream. Now, I've stopped here. Unfortunately, nothing would happen as we need to actually tie this to our website. Thankfully, there are two very straightforward ways to do this, both using an app that's built in for both WordPress and Shopify, or just using Google Tag Manager. In either case, it's very straightforward to add this tracking code. There is a other workaround, which is to add this code manually to the head. And in fact, that's what Google kind of defaults to here. Unless you are not using Google Tag Manager, I strongly recommend against this version. And in fact, I actually do recommend setting up Google Tag Manager if you don't have a Google app available for you. So first, I'll start with the app and walk you through that process. Now, for our app-based method, we're going to use this Shopify store as an example. The process for WordPress is very similar, except we're going to use the WordPress plugins instead of the Shopify App Store. If you're using another party platform like Wix or Squarespace, there's also integrations directly natively with there. If you have any questions about that, leave a comment below this video. So for first in Shopify, we're going to search for the Google and YouTube app for Shopify. It's a free app, and we're going to go ahead and install that. So we'll just select our Google account, simply follow the installation directions that you see here. And eventually we're going to link it to our GA4 account after we've configured a few additional things. Now, as you can see here, my Gmail only has access to one GA4 property. In many cases, your account might have access to multiple. So make sure that the property you're linking here is in fact tied to your website. So now all we have to do is verify the setup. Before that, I'll show you quick how to set this up with Google Tag Manager. All right, if you want to use Google Tag Manager, I'll show you how to do that now. We're going to first go over to tags and click on new, and we'll name this appropriately GA4 config. You could spell out configuration, but I like to abbreviate. Then we're going to select under tag types, Google Analytics, and Google Tag. Now, the other option was for events, which we can set up later. Now, the critical piece of this is the tag ID, which we actually have to go back into GA4 to retrieve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into our data stream, and instead of using the Google tag that they were recommending, I'm actually just going to copy over this measurement ID here, and we're going to go back to Tag Manager and paste that in as well. For triggering, I do recommend using the initialization since we want this to run before everything else, and we'll just click Save. Now, unlike Shopify, Google Tag Manager changes are staged automatically, so this has actually not been added to our website. In order to do that, we would click Submit and create a version name and description, and then click Publish. I won't do that in this situation since we only want to set this up once, and we've already done that using Shopify. We need to verify next that our setup is working correctly. Now, to do that, we're actually going to go back into GA4. So to do so, we're going to use the real-time report within GA4. So now again, I have not been on the website yet. No one has, and thus we are seeing nothing here. What I'm going to do next is actually open up our website, which I have here. And what I'll do is I'll click refresh, and then we'll navigate down to our real-time reports. Oh, and now we can see here that we are now receiving data from me refreshing our demo site. We can see the first visit, page view, and session start events logged, as well as our homepage under our page title and screen name. This is fantastic as we're now seeing data, but I do recommend checking back in 24 to 48 hours, as the only data that's going to be available right away is in our real-time report, as some of our most useful reports will have that data lag, like I said. This has been a GA4 training from Data Space Digital. If you have any questions on anything we've covered, please leave a comment. If you've enjoyed the video, we would love it if you could like and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.